Southeastern Championship Wrestling, a lot of action you'll be seeing in the next hour, including the 8th wonder of the world, 7'4", 480-pound Andre the Giant in action.
We'll also be seeing a special handicap match. The Canadian Lumberjack Jos LeDuc will take on 2 opponents.
And in non-title action, Terry Gordy will take on the Southeastern heavyweight champion, Jacques Rougeau.
That's right. You know, they finally realized what they got here. You know, you're talking about all them other guys there, and you got nothing but class sitting right here beside you right now. You know, last week, they treated me like a dog, man. They put me back in standby, and I didn't even get to wrestle last week. Nobody wanted to, you know, stick their nose in my business or nothing like that, except one boy. And I'm speaking of a boy, you know. The boy stuck his nose. Hey, speaking of the boy, I'd like to call the boy out right now. You know, I'm not going to hurt him or nothing like I did last week. I would just like to call him and apologize to him. I mean, you know, can you get the boy out here?
He's not scheduled for... we'll go get him. We'll get him.
Larry Hamilton, I guess you're referring to...
You know, I did some things last week that I know I shouldn't have did, but hey, listen, boy, I would just like to let you know that you have no place sticking your nose in my business, and there's no way that Michael Hayes can beat me by himself, and you know that you stuck your nose in my business, and you think you got something last week, boy. You keep sticking your nose in my business, I'm going to hurt you and hurt you bad. Like I said, there's no way Michael Hayes can beat me by himself.
Okay, I'd like to tell you something. I appreciate your concern. Thank you so much, mister. Okay? I like to choose my own friend, if you don't mind. Okay? But before I leave, I like to leave you with something.
Hey, Larry Hamilton coming out. Gordy. A slap in the face to Terry Gordy. Hamilton. Mr. Hamilton opening fire on Gordy.
Do what?
Mr.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. You think you're a real big man now, don't you? I mean, you think you're a real big man, but let me tell you something. Like I said before, you're nothing but a boy. And you know something? You know something, Charlie? I got some money back in my wallet. Let me see. No, I know $500 back there that says that boy won't last 10 minutes in the ring with me right here today.
You're challenging Hamilton to 10 minutes in the ring?
Hey, that's right. I'm challenging Hamilton 10 minutes in the ring. I mean, since he thinks he's a man now, he can come out be slapping somebody and stuff. Well, let me tell you something, boy. If you're back there listening anywhere, you just slapped the wrong man. And like I said, I know I've got $500 in my wallet right now that says he can't stay in the ring with me 10 minutes. You understand what I'm saying?
We'll see if he will accept that challenge, and if we can, it's not scheduled, but we'll see if we can book that if he can. Right now, we're about ready for our first match to get underway in the ring. So let's go to the ring. The challenge has been issued by Terry Gordy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match, a special handicap match, one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the corners to my left, at a combined weight of 470 pounds, Bo Carr and Pete Hayes. Their opponent, 285, the Canadian Lumberjack, Jos LeDuc.
Bo Carr Pete Hayes taking on Jos LeDuc in a handicap match. Notice the weights on the feet of Jos LeDuc. Usually worn by a man in extensive training in anticipation of a big match. LeDuc now taking off those leg weights. And usually in a handicap match, it's tag team action, but the Canadian Lumberjack says, put both men in the ring at the same time with me. One of the most powerful men in professional wrestling today. The Canadian Lumberjack, Jos LeDuc, the former Southeastern heavyweight champion, pushes one man down and takes the other man to the canvas. We'll see how Jos LeDuc stacks up against Pete Hayes and Bo Carr. This handicap action. And LeDuc, Rick, as we were just speaking about, says put both men in the ring with me.
We wanted to point that out. the Canadian Lumberjack specifically asked that both men be allowed in the ring at the same time. Usually in a handicap situation, one team will act as a tag team. LeDuc specifically requested that both men be in the ring at the same time. I think he might be...
Hard right puts his man down, and there you see the strength of this Canadian Lumberjack, Joe LeDuc. Both men's heads being put together. LeDuc, as we said, one of the most powerful men in professional wrestling and in the world today. One man out on the floor. LeDuc takes the other opponent, taking him head first into that turnbuckle.
I was about to say that taking on two men might be a bit of a challenge for Mr. LeDuc, but apparently the Canadian Lumberjack is handling both Bo Carr and Pete Hayes with what amounts to relative ease.
I agree with that 100%, Rick. LeDuc, we've seen quite a few amazing things this man can do in his career in pro wrestling.
This Bo Carr pummeling left and right, this man putting everything he has in LeDuc. He stands there like a mountain.
LeDuc with a chancery, and both men now. LeDuc trying to hold on to one while the other one puts a series of good forearms in, just barely staggering Joe LeDuc.
LeDuc has gone even what he has himself called a personality change since losing that Southeastern Heavyweight Championship. And you can't help but stop and think, Charlie, that this is a message. This match just could be a message that Joe LeDuc, whether or not he holds the Southeastern title, is a man to be reckoned with.
And out on the floor goes one of the opponents. LeDuc, that hard right, catching his man coming off of the rope, takes him up. Pete Hayes by the hand, dropping that leg into the back of the neck. A lot of weight coming down. Tremendous strength in the Canadian Lumberjack, Joe LeDuc.
Joe LeDuc has held the Southeastern Heavyweight Championship. He's been the Southern Heavyweight Championship. And there is the maneuver that won him so many of these titles, that Canadian bear hug. Once he locks down with those 20-inch upper arms and that 285 pounds of muscle on the small of your back, not many men ever escape that hold. And Pete Hayes is not one of the men who could do it.
It's over. Your winner, the Canadian Lumberjack, Joe LeDuc, in handicap action today on Southeastern Championship Wrestling. Takes another shot at Bo Carr. There your winner in the ring, former Southeastern Heavyweight Champion, the Canadian Lumberjack, Joe LeDuc. And we have some videotaped highlights of a recent match in which LeDuc was in action against the Southeastern Heavyweight Champion, that being Jacques Rougeau. If we could, let's roll the videotape and get the comments from the Canadian Lumberjack, Joe LeDuc. Looking at the action in the ring now, Joe. This match, of course, with Jacques Rougeau.
Well, you just take a look. You just saw what I did with the two boys. Take a good look what I'm doing to Rougeau. He attacked me from behind to start the match with, but I turned it around a little bit. So you can look at it now.
Well, Mr. LeDuc, there's no doubt that you do have the advantage right now, but with all respect, I had the chance to be at ringside that night, and from my vantage point, it wasn't quite like that. With all respect, from my vantage point, it might not have been quite as it seems.
The purple face attacked me from the first, and look at him, he's using feet and fists and everything else. And you're going to see in the next minute or so what's going to happen to the pimple face. And that's on black and white right there. You see it? What you see is what you get. You hear that? All right, Cool Breeze.
On the videotape.
Take a good look at it. And take a good look at your Southeastern champion.
Joe LeDuc clearly with the advantage at this point in the match. Rougeau on the canvas. Jacques Rougeau severely lacerated across the forehead.
He's got a little cut on his face. And all he's telling everybody around town that he got stitches on his head, but he's a liar. Because when I want the boy to get stitches on his head, I'll do it. Before that,
You just take my word for what you see there. The man is down, and that's all there is to it. It took, first of all, a couple other guys tried to come in and stop me. But when I want to go, nobody stopped me. Is that clear? Now you tell that to your people.
The match is officially over. Referee Larry Brock has tried to restore order.
Over, and who's down on the floor? Who's down?
Mr. Rougeau is on the canvas.
Mr. Simple Face himself.
There you see the action taking
and everybody
place.
else.
This match being stopped by the ring official after he was hurled over the top rope, and the match ends, and there you see and hear the comments of the Canadian Lumberjack, Jos LeDuc, and we'll be back with more of Southeastern Championship Wrestling in just a moment.
Canadian Lumberjack Jos LeDuc meets Jacques Rougeau. Return match, no disqualification when Terry Gordy meets his former partner, the original Freebird Michael Hayes. For the Southeastern Tag Team Championship, Robert Fuller returns to team up with Jimmy Golden. They challenge the New Zealand Sheepherders. Then in the main event, 16-man over-the-top rope or pinfall battle royal, $10,000 to the winner. 8 big matches, no increase in prices. The pre-spring extravaganza. Monday night, Birmingham's Boutwell Auditorium. Bell time is 8 p.m. This Monday night at Birmingham's Boutwell Auditorium, no increase in prices for the pre-spring extravaganza. That main event, a 16-man over-the-top rope or pinfall battle royal, $10,000 goes to the winner. Earlier in the evening, the gentleman with me here at the desk, the new Southeastern heavyweight champion, Jacques Rougeau, will meet the former champion, the Canadian Lumberjack, Jos LeDuc, in a non-title match. We have the comments of the former champion, Jos LeDuc.
You know why Rougeau does not put the title on the line to fight against the one and only Jos LeDuc? Well, it's very obvious. All right, Rougeau tell you that the 30 days is not up yet. That's a bunch of bull, Rougeau. After I'm through with you, you saw the film. Everybody saw the film. You just lay there. You could not move. I had pity for you. I had to stop because I thought you were going to die, or you were going to, I don't know, maybe you ate too late that night, Rougeau. You don't want to put the title? Well, I'm going to tell you something, punk. When I'm through with you this time, you won't have to put the title on.
Jacques, Monday night.
Well, you know, Rick, it goes up to this. He's asking me why I'm not putting up the title, and I got a good reason why I'm not putting up the title. And I could think of 2 good reasons, but the first one is right up here in my forehead. I'm 21 years old, and I tell you what, I got more stitches on than half of the wrestlers in this territory, and I got something else to say, Jos LeDuc. You know why the biggest reason I ain't giving you a title match? I don't like you. I don't like you at all, because I've learned that you came on TV to tell all my people that I was a backstabber, and you came and backstabbed me with the belt and gave me 12 stitches up in my head. So you go ahead and come up to me and ask me why you ain't gotten a championship match. Like I said, LeDuc, I don't like you, and you're gonna work for it, and you're gonna get some scars up your head too, boy.
Monday night, Boutwell Auditorium, 8 p.m. A very, very interesting turn of events on Southeastern Championship Wrestling today. At the desk with me, Larry Hamilton and the original Freebird, Michael Hayes. Larry, earlier in the show, you accepted the challenge for Terry Gordy. It's $500 in your pocket if he doesn't beat you or make you submit in 10 minutes. And I know for a young man just starting out in wrestling, that's an awful lot of money.
I tell you what, a $500 purse could be pretty good. And I think maybe Terry, he might have bit off a little more than he can chew, because I did accept the challenge. And you can believe you and me, like I told Michael in the back there, I'm going to be going at it 100%.
Well, that match is coming up next on Southeastern Championship Wrestling, and I know, Michael, you and Larry have become fairly good friends in the last several weeks, and you've had your battles with Terry Gordy all over the United States. I'm sure you've got some advice for this young man.
Well, you know, first of all, I don't want anything because of what's going on between me and Terry to get Larry involved in anything, but Larry is a man. You know, he's young in the sport, but he's got guts. And that's part of the reason that I like him, because I want to see somebody that's young and got guts get a chance. And as long as I'm around, I'm going to see it. But there's something you got to understand, man. Now, I know this cat. I traveled up and down the road with him for 4 years, and he's up to something. Now, he wouldn't offer $500 to you if he wasn't.
So believe you me, when you're in there, brother, he's going to be in there to try to hurt you. I'm going to be right here at the desk watching the whole thing. And ain't nobody going to move me from here. But I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised to see Larry walk out with $500.
I tell you what, we're going to be giving it 100%. Hey, I'm going to go after him. You'll see that.
Well, the best of luck to you, Larry. That's next on Southeastern Championship Wrestling. $500 on the line. Terry Gordy meets Larry Hamilton. If Gordy does not pin or make Hamilton submit, he's $500 poor next on Southeastern Championship Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, this match, a special challenge match.
$500 right there, man, if you want to get the one out there. Hey, there's well over $500 right there, man. If you don't believe me, you can count it yourself.
If you don't beat this man or pin him in 10 minutes, he gets the $500. 228, Tampa, Florida, Larry Hamilton. His opponent, 275, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Terry Gordy.
And the challenge is made, accepted in the ring. The match is on, and joining me at the desk for the commentary, the Freebird, Michael Hayes. Michael,
hey, I'm just going to be out here, and I'm going to make sure nothing happens. If he beats the kid on his own, well, then that'll be a good lesson for Larry. But Larry's got guts to take the challenge because Gordy's up to something. I know him. See a big man like that? Wow. Hey, here it is. That's it, brother. You just lay that cash right down there. $500 is a lot to anybody. See, Gordy's putting it out on him. Come on, Larry. Come on, Larry. He's a big man. I know this guy. I've wrestled with him for 4 years. Come on, Larry.
oh, 2 count. 2 count on Gordy. Hamilton decking his man, taking Gordy out. Vertical suplex.
See, Charlie, if Larry wanted to, he could run for 10 minutes to get the money. Beat him. He's going to be good one day, real good. Come on, Larry.
Hamilton now running into a few problems with Gordy. Gordy dropping his man down. Beautiful move by Hamilton.
Blocks the atomic drop, moves into the spinning toe. Figure 4 leg lock on Terry Gordy. Larry Hamilton, the former national AAU champion from the University of Tampa.
Quick, we've been training. He listens. He's going to be great.
Gordy now catching that bottom rope. We'll have a break there, but Hamilton beautifully going into a well-executed figure 4 leg lock. He grabs that left leg again.
Larry Hamilton using moves that you'd expect from a much more seasoned veteran.
That's what I've been talking to him. Now, this is an experienced guy, knows, experienced guy knows to stick to a holder if you've got a man hurt. Don't work 100 things. Stay on one particular area and concentrate on it. That's where we're going to find out what Larry's made of.
And the Freebird, Michael Hayes, out at ringside, shouting encouragement to Larry Hamilton. Hamilton now running into some problems with Gordy. And it's remarkable how well Hamilton can stand up to a man of Gordy's stature. Good, well-executed neck breaker by Terry Gordy.
Believe me, I know that hurts.
We've seen Terry Gordy use that neck breaker to win many matches on television. Gordy sets his man for what's become his trademark. Gordy sets his man for a pile driver.
Brings down hard into that mat. 2 count, but
Hamilton's near the ropes. He manages to drape his foot over the bottom rope.
Man, he's hurt now. It's hurt.
In that pile driver.
That's just gut instinct, put his foot on the rope. That pile driver hurt anybody.
That's 275 pounds of Terry Gordy's weight. I believe about 4 minutes.
That's too much.
If the 10-minute time limit passes and Terry Gordy does not pin or make Larry Hamilton submit, this $500 at the desk will go in the pocket of young Larry Hamilton.
Another neck breaker, well executed by Terry Gordy on Hamilton. Now Hamilton.
Too much, man. He won't give.
Hamilton now having more problems with Gordy. After that neck breaker, Gordy now twisting around.
Larry Hamilton has absorbed a tremendous amount of punishment in the last couple of minutes, Charlie. More than Michael Hayes saying that Hamilton just won't give up after that pile driver. Freebird Hayes hits the ring.
Now Hayes opens fire on Gordy, throwing in down the towel for Hamilton, saying Hamilton was taking too much punishment, and indeed about 3 neck breakers in that pile driver were too much.
Well, let's point out the fact, too, Charlie, that as much punishment as Larry Hamilton took, he did not submit the Canadian Lumberjack, Jos LeDuc, in the ring. Terry Gordy, Jos LeDuc, Michael Hayes, and Larry Hamilton all at ringside.
Now it's Gordy and Hayes outside of the ring, swapping blows.
LeDuc with that one-arm backbreaker on Larry Hamilton.
Gordy taking Hayes, chair to the head. And we have total chaos.
Terry Gordy setting Michael Hayes for that pile driver, dropping Michael Hayes' head on that steel chair. Hayes is lacerated, Charlie. Michael Hayes cut across the forehead.
And there you see what a Gordy unleashing some of the punishment he's well known for in the ring against Michael Hayes, and he will retain